Okay, yeah, fellow Ambazonians. So, now you and this are the one talk. I be not can make a video for the people that they complain say or they be need for see images them or so want they say volume or whatsoever. If it just be an audio where I be not put them out there. So I be expect say a lot of people I mean so wonder where they not be get the video the audio. They fit get I fit put them for videos, I mean for Facebook, they see them. So even when I get the volume, when I get my voice, then we go try for do one back again. And the reason why I put this thing for you, and I say, I don't always the preach and say, maybe not all man where they call Ambazonia, where it stand for Ambazonia. And when they come for they fool you say Ambazonia, Ambazonia, and they say resistance forever, and they can't take money for honor. The word say me some person indicate say the volume they fine. Say when I get my voice. Because I don't want to talk for people them way maybe they not get way to where me at the talk. Okay, yeah, so I'm as you know Bobo talk say 5 on 5. So the reason why they talk now say we be not tell people them say I mean if you put this thing now say I send a message for the blind followers. People when are blind followers now people them way they just follow some person because they like he, because he talk good grammar, because he write a good post, or because now your brother, or now because now your sister, or because he hates the other person. Some person if you just go decide for follow now some person because if hate Dr. Sako, so one go follow different one because he hate na Secretary Chris, and yet when you go for they begin to do what they call and say bite and blow. Bite and blow means say what he person they can't fool you. He tell you say he work for Ambazonia. He call the name Ambazonia. You give money for you give your trust, you give everything for you. But he could still go back again. He do now the contrary. Because what way it matter. Maybe now whether you could call yourself say you be Ambazonia or you be who. What way it matter. Now your actions. Now your actions. That is exactly what you will talk for you that. We know say the revolution we don't start and we don't talk say we don't go for restore with statehood. And with statehood for restore, it means say we get a government, we get we own institutions them, we get all the counties and the LGAs the way they function. We get with restoration fighters the way they would impose those, I mean they try for enforce those laws them for down. But if you see some person come, it be against one of those things, then it still tell you again, say, oh, resistance forever. Now, how you will resist that person, how you will resist for the revolution, where those things the way we take for resist La Republic with them, things like lockdown, ghost town, no school, resumption, and all those things them. But you there against all those things, then you will still come out for people them, come food and say, oh, resistance forever. And then people that talk say, yes, this is the right person. And we don't work a match inside the whole world. We match from Belgium to Canada, Germany, everywhere. Say we want and say, La Republique is the punish we. We don't suffer for La Republique alone for 60 years. So we need, say, me some country or some international organization, it can enter a hell of we. But now, the same international organization where we be defined as American Hellewy, like a camp in the name of the Swiss talks where America endorse them, Canada endorse them, Britain endorse them, European Union endorse them. Then a faction of people where they still claim say oh they fight for Ambazonia, they instead they deny them again the international mediation. They talk say no, they want go talk them now for La Republique. Say they want go discuss now with La Republique. But you like an Ambazonia person, you will still follow the goal for day. And you know see, we not be discuss with La Republique. La Republique give you something. That is the reason why we will go for abroad. That is the reason why we will go to find a neutral person. La Republique says not fit discuss with Nigeria over Bakassi. Now why did they go for International Court of Justice? So now wait where are they try for explain for you and I say people and they can't take money for people. Take for example, They will come fool you. They say, oh, ADM now the biggest forces. Oh, Ayuk Tabe now the highest person. DOD now so. They take money for you for national AK. They take them for NAC. They take them for big rubber gun. They take them for everything. But now when it comes for stop la Republic, say me they not make elections. Me they not make regional elections. Me they not play a chant. Me they not do anything. They go lost them. And when they not can carry your money, where you will hope say they will go play, they will go stop those things. After now, they will carry the money, they will lose them. And when something, it can't take place, where they don't can play the game, them, they pass or wait. Them say now, they know even tell, they know tell ambassador and say, oh, they be fair for Duam. Now they will instead go now, they begin to tell you, say, oh, now because Sako no be do so, inter government no be do so. And you too, you go fall for there. Instead for you for ask and for you say, if inter government no be do this thing for stop, it no be stop this thing. You like Ayaba where you dey claim say you get forces for down. Wait till you be do. You like Ayuk, wait till you be do. You like these other people, wait till you do. But ambassador they know they ask those questions. And why that the call we say will be Anglo fools them. We don't talk this thing and talk and talk and talk. Say why we be there for this revolution? For say we want free homeland, for get independence. Some people in there where they want to find out their business, they want to find out their money. Now why that way you see them say, but like Ayaba, it will go for England, say he want to go sell oil because India na money. Now why that way you will see them say, Ayaba them, Ayuk them, they go to talk with La Republic, Ayuk don't go for another hotel because they be promises say they will make money, they give him money. They will do so. Because if you want to find out your money, you know they care whether ambassador get independence or not. And now why that way you see I'm saying? Why would you fight for independence? Ayuk Tabe and Ayaba signed a memorandum of understanding. Talk say they want to make a deal with La Republic. And then they be endorse La Republic National Dialogue, a special status, and all those other things them. And when you see and say those to them, they be doing now because they be fine at their own position. The reason why they define those kind of positions are because most of them they ever claim say, oh, they don't be for the revolution for long, they don't work for long, and other kind of thing. They don't feel just suffer for long, for 30 years, 25 years, then some new people and they can hijack their revolution. So now they think that that way you go get for understand them. Say they can hijack their revolution. For fight for independence for Ambazonia, maybe now some person will say me they hijack something. When I see some, for example, Adu Karim says, we can't talk say, oh, IG begin for do so, begin for pay this $250 for this person because they give you plenty money, they do so. Okay, that is exactly what we will explain for here. Because people and they don't take the revolution, take and for they make their money, for make their interest. For talk say they make their interest for if you want to correct them, they say you attack them. If they vote you, they put you for front. Say me you do the right thing. They will can't talk now say you don't can hijack power. So much so that we don't talk and we tell when I say Ayuk Tabe and Ayaba them. They not still there for the revolution. They not be celebrate the 20th of October 2020. They know they pronounce any ambassador or something again. The day now they talk say the idea of a government will be a wrong idea. And all those things them, when they talk those things them. But when they talk say the idea of a government will be a wrong idea. They say me school they resume. They keep picking them for Kumba. They not condemn them. Now La Republic born people for Batibo, they do them so they not condemn them. They wake up now, they do it. They don't make their deal. The deal not feel ripe because resistance still be. What they would do, either they would Ayaba would deny forces they say they do bad work, or they will begin to kill people them. They will begin to kill people them and kill people and begin to go other side. And all in the name of say collaboration, they say the idea of a government will be wrong. Me they form a common platform, platform. Now, I don't tell people them say La Republic, some people will tell me say, oh, who be Adu Karim, who be this. La Republic, it get the French system. The French system, I say, they always impose some leaders them where they want them on top you people. They impose their own leaders them on top you people. And those leaders, the way they will impose them on top you people, they will try, if those leaders, they will try for do things for satisfy them. Now, why that when they want to make a coalition for dialogue and negotiation, when I hear they start to put people like Eritato, Mark Barata, them, Capo, Daniel, they send a leader, so that when they go join for they go vote now, they vote, they go the other side. They vote, they begin to go the other side. Now, so it happen. And we see, I'm saying, irrespective of all the things the way we just talk for outside. How are you and I hear them? They did now la Republic. You never hear the La Republic never attack ADF their base anyway. You never hear them fight anything anyway. They only take now control, say, oh, they don't do so when genuine restoration forces they do something. Now mountain race there, it don't can pass. Okay, if something will happen, where they will disrupt mountain race, ADF can't stand for up, can't talk say that they be good one. But how will they not be do something for day? You don't go see them go lost them for back. They send their agents like Mark Barata and J Card and they can't blame now IG, say IG never do nothing. Santos, it don't talk say they bureau form a task force. And that task force is sure see they want a peace. They don't need any independence again. And I looked up, they ask you what you go do for Naira. He talk say, oh, when I see something, if you go for Naira now because so woman be there where he marry some person, then he mother-in-law beginning my treaty. Now that woman he go meet up Ngambe man say me give medicine, me kill that mother-in-law. The Ngambe man go fool the woman he give na spices them. So the Ngambe man tell he say, take these spices that you put on for chop. Begin to cook and the game for your mother-in-law. It would kill it small. But that woman, he no be no say na spices. He go to cook chop girl for a mother-in-law. And the mother-in-law, they chop, he define. He start now begin to overlike that woman. Now that woman go meet on Gambe man say, I beg, I don't want me you kill my mother-in-law again, give me different medicine, me reverse him. Gambe man say, no way. He tell say, I beg, I don't want to kill my mother-in-law, he overlike me, so. Then Gambe man they review for, he say, no, he be give you na spices. So Ayuk Tabi say, we be not suffer for La Republic. We be take we want go against La Republic. Now it can't happen. Now say La Republic, it all come, it give we small crumbs them, all that kind of thing them. We will forget and forgive. He say no one against government. We will form like a common platform. And a common platform he say will be short of a government. Yes. Because La Republic, it not be declare war on Anglophones, it declare war on Ambazonians because they get a government. So now why that La Republic they talk say they find Amber people. But now if they not see, if they not get government, it means that they not be no Ambazonia. And again, it would just be like a common platform. So now the thing that way Santos, if you can't talk, say we go do them. So I will play with the way Santos he talk, then I will still talk some commentaries them for day. So much so that people where they still believe for AGC, people they still believe for the other people and for the other side, me they know say there is no way where Ambazonia will be free, where they will talk for La Republic. I can confirm, I ever confirm, are you confirm, say they talk with La Republic. Say even a federation not there on top table. Even federation not very there on top table. Now we ask and say, why would we go the match inside the international community? Say me some person hell we. Now the Swiss talks they come. They deny that the Swiss talk, they talk the La Republic. They endorse La Republic National Dialogue, special status, even Abelzong and all the people, and they talk those things them. But you where you be now Anglophone, you still follow them. You say yes, now so, and they will abandon one. Ayuk Tabi and Ayeba, then they give 4 conditions for La Republic. And the 4 conditions, they not mention restoration forces for inside. And why that way Ayeba come tactically, he can't talk say restoration forces, they go to do now their own different job. Where it mean I say, he not will be responsible for ADF forces them. Even the Republic kill them or they do what with them, that one not still lucky. Now why that we say me forces they go fight for their counties them. So that if one individual he go against you, your whole country it will cover you. So me when I hear this two way Santos he talk, and when I remember Santos, he be my press secretary for Dr. Sako. He commodity, he go join Ayuk Tabe, your group. He be now like vice person for the Restoration Council for Ayuk, the group. And Ayiwe, Santos, Ayuk Tabe, and Ayebadem, where they work in the memorandum, they give you a document, say me go jam for La Republic before the national dialogue. And Santos be first talk in his first outing. Say now thanks to that document where La Republic it will give Southern Cameroon the special status. About Baladem, to me them, the rest they be attended the national dialogue. And they can't talk to this, say they don't know them which way it be the fruit for the national dialogue. Say they don't know which way it be for the national dialogue. La Republic people they be tell them say the national dialogue carry out clauses them where they would again for them gradually. Where if it take even 20, 30, 50 years for implement them. But now the reason where Santos go do this now, see, Santos now person where if you already strike for people, we be there for University of Boya. It is strike with university picking them, but it go for back take money for La Republic. So it will be like what they call us now, an infiltrator from origin. And at the very Santos, where if you can talk how he praise Cameroon government, say don't go for Yaoundé, he talk with John Gute, he do so. But he will kind of lament inside this audio. He would lament for the highway, they don't abandon them because they be check say when they be go stand for France La Republic for give them plenty money. So now they will lament like how we number to the lament, like how we Kawaka the lament, like how we the other people the lament, like how we about Bala and the rest of the lament say they never know something for the special status. So now the thing and that. Okay, Mugu go now. Mugu go. Okay, today now February 27, 2021. Now you end this. I want to send this message for people the way I term them saying are blind followers. Me they understand them. Blind followers them now people them way they follow some people, but they don't know say those people them they don't see they inside the revolution. I mean people where they follow like Ayaba them, people where they follow Ayuk Tabe them, people where they follow Mark Barata them, but they forget for understand say they don't abandon the struggle. When I see them, they don't celebrate 1st October. They not make boycott for elections. They not make boycott. They not even reinforce ghost town and lockdown for Chan and everything. Yeah, they can't fool on they collect money for owner. And when they don't collect their money for owner, after they think it don't come, it pass. They will come, they blame now IG. They say, oh, now fake pastor, then so. Whereas before then, when they want to collect money for owner, they say, oh, now they get the strongest power, the strongest forces for ground, ADF or this or big rubber gun. Now, around years of one, they don't want to work at the cry talk say, oh, why they not be stop mountain race? And where they talk say now Ason be in charge. And where they say they get big rubber gun. And where they talk say now I better be in charge. Then why they not be stop them? Why they not be stop those things them? So now the thing the way I explain for people they say, when I get for understand say when people them don't go after they don't go different side. Every Santos be we can talk. Say they so they don't go with Ayuk Tabi. He give documents say Ayuk they beg for a special status. But today, I be glad because Santos, he says he don't wake up now, he don't start the regret. Like how when Nambere says the regret say, oh, wait if you make him ill if he gone for down. So I would replace some short clip for you where Santos if they do with Babila for their television for day. So I would play now at the narrator, play the narrator, and then we begin to go for it. So that people the way they still fall for Capo Daniel them on other kind of people, they mean they fell forget say this so that means they've been a lost people. Okay, we will go. When I remember say Capo Daniel, if you don't first can't talk, say me they forget about independence, say people and the road die for nothing. And also Capo Daniel is equal and at the position that for ADF. And Capo Daniel is double like a spokesperson for ADF and again ambassador for Ayuk Tabi. Now because they don't see those things them. And when I be see these guys them, they can't cry. Eric Tato, Mark Barata, they can't cry inside Facebook. Now because they be cry because they be don't go hold them for some different place, they change the direction. So they cry when they cry. They share those tears the way they cry. They cry. It means they be cry now how way there are people that will see them. Until then, after that, Mark Barata can talk, say, oh, they is not independent, they will lie them, they will do so, they do so. When I hear?
Or the front line of the English Cameroon diaspora movement, the Anglophone Cameroon diaspora movement, and which eventually became referred to as a...
Okay, when I hear Santos, don't talk for you, say English Cameroon. English Cameroon, it means for one Cameroon. Anglophone, it means for one Cameroon. Now, why that way when I be see even Mark Barata, he can't talk, see, he go to talk for SCBC. Say, me Anglophones, them, they go out, go make camp to me be proud. Because Kanto, according to Abel Zongang, the bureau already signed a deal with Ayuk Tabi, where they talk say the only thing they succeed for prisoners, say they succeed for change. Ayuk Tabi say me and not go again for independence. Ayuk Tabi talk say ye go form a Cameroon, one Cameroon, where a country of justice, where people are not going to lack, I mean, they're not going to try against say they want separate. Now the reason that when I see say Ayuk Tabi now he proceed for dismiss his own lawyer, he go take come to his own lawyer. When I begin here.
A separatist movement within the.
So when I hear Santos will talk for you, say it be being a part of a separatist movement. Yes, where Ambazonia, and he talks say after that he collect some few people the way they be there for they decide say they want to make a peace talk with the government. The problem where they want to make peace talk with government, I say, may wanna know Santos na person where he be there for university for Boya. When begin and there is strike, that when university begin and there is strike, it is strike with them. But it is still go again for government. It go to try for make a middle role. So now Santos too, it don't can should not see war it go on. Like how Ayuk Tabi Ibisiam, it no say, oh, this war it will end which day and which day. Better me go inside a middle go inside play a middle man role. Go talk for Cameroon government, say, okay, me wanna come, we make peace, we make peace, we make peace. So, but now Ayuk Tabi go La Republique et Kashi. Santos too, it don't go now. La Republique now, it don't deceive you. When we hear for you, it will start to cry because if you want to try for talk, say, okay, how people talk say they need independence. Now the other one that they talk say no, they don't want La Republique say no one independence. In now talk say they be want go now a middle ground where they feel start for talk only about peace and on condition say they not going mention the name against say Ambazonia. And he quote some people their names that say he carry them. They go form that group. But as they form that group, say they call and say a peace task force. As they don't form that group, there are another people them where Cameroon government go form their own group where they call and say peace ambassadors. And the peace ambassadors their own role and say they will only continue for the kill Ambazonia them until people that they surrender. So when I hear now the thing then that will be the talk for here because Santos he talk say if go meet up Cameroon government for the like the chairman for Restoration Council for Ayuk Tabi and where he go talk to this so me they go find common ground for negotiate. They know we still talk about independence like how we Abel Zongang if you don't talk say you don't already succeed with the Kamto for make and say me Ayuk deny independence. Mogo go now Santos did the talk.
Ranks of the leadership, some of us served. But as I mentioned earlier, when some other group of people decided to contribute money and buy arms and transport to the people on the ground to pick up a fight, which now is a war that has been going on for 4 years with the government forces, some of us decided to quit. And when we left.
So according to Santos the talk now say he be there for independent movement, but he come out for there because they go inter government decide now say he want to buy weapons and for the gang for people that meet the fight because he no be one war. When I remember say even Professor Mesanga Nyamding if he talk say Ayuk Tabi if he decide for form the unmoderate wing of IG because he talks say he no want the war. Say now Dr. Sako is the fund war. So now why that you see Santos he come here for under Dr. Sako for the he go to join Ayuk Tabi because he no be want the war. So he need na peace. Like how Ayuk Tabi we talk say he no want war. So when I listen, but now every year I can't take money for big rubber gun or for DOD then now for scam when I hear
that so-called interim or separatist government. You know, most of them have been on your show with some of them, like Masha Sofoncha, like Yannick Sikot, like others that I've brought with me. We decided to form a peace task force initiative by which we can broker peace with the government of Cameroon.
So he talk now say, if you go meet, he don't go bring Yannick Sikot, bring Sofoncha and the other people them. Say me they decide now say, instead we separate it, they go to fight and the government to the other side, me then they come now inside middle. They feel profited inside middle, they make the peace with Cameroon government. But you can't when I will see him, you can't regret for year. So the Yannick Sikot and these other people them so with the Foncha and Israel, they be one see and say this so than where they would just say some leader in the day where they fight war and La Republic a day. Me they not can project themselves like a neutral group of people the way they will come inside middle for can make peace so that me they pay their money when I see it when I hear.
And we have reached out to the government of Cameroon on several occasions. They have been here. The delegation for the Grand National Dialogue came to the United States. They met us. That was the first time that some connections were opened between a steadfast and headstrong separatist movement leadership and the government of Cameroon. That was the first meeting during the Grand National Dialogue delegation to the United States. At that time, I went to meet that delegation as the representative of the Transitional Restoration Council of the separatist government. I was the vice chairman. And I got documents from the entire separatist government that I handed over to the delegation that came to the United States to be taken to Yaoundé, insisting that there is a need to find some peaceful grounds on which this issue can be resolved, because we foresaw that this can be an issue that can go on for more than 15 or 30 years. And here we are.
So in the talk now say, it take document them for Ayub them because we talk like restoration person for the. So he say it take document them for ye. He go meet up Yaoundé them, Yaoundé people, because last time before talk say now thanks to the document where they be give a special status. So he talk say because he say the war will go if it take like 15-20 years like how a moons will be talk. So now why that way they now go now they say go from task for ye and front the way and next call them and the rest say okay me they go for front like people the way La Republic use them for pass for make peace. But now La Republic it put them for inside basket gonna be here.
Tell you sincerely, Mr. Babila, that if the government officials of Cameroon listened or implemented the timeline for the restoration of peace that was given by some of us who defected from the separatist leadership, by now this war would have been over. But Mr. Babila, I should point out
so now he don't start the regret, he talks they be give their own program for government for La Republic. La Republic is not maintain them. It's called at the same time we don't hear now be step it regret. Say even not be no enough for drop you gone. Yannick Kawa it regret. And at the very time all people they there for DDR center them. And at the very time even Ayuk Tabe the way they regret because they come or hear madam. When they go endorse this thing, La Republic they use them on top. On a year.
the Cameroon government.
Yeah, so when I also know say now so even Dr. Success and the rest of them they regret. And when people where they put pictures of how they talk with Prime Minister, they do so even this Santos. Say if they talk with Prime Minister, if they with La Republic Prime Minister, they respect the rules of laws and all those kind of things them. So La Republic get the habit for impose leaders on people or for use you then a dump you. When it don't use you now, a dump you. It use you now, a dump you. So now the thing that with the toxic people they collude with La Republic today. Tomorrow they will regret all them.
Which has not been done. It has not been done. What has not been done? We are still waiting. We have been pushing across with the Peace Task Force Initiative, which has now become a humanitarian Peace Task Force Initiative, for close to 2 years since we handed that document up. Since the Grand National Dialogue, which is a year and some months. That document, the timeline for the restoration of peace, that was handed by myself to the delegation that came from the Grand National Dialogue, that was supposed to be transmitted to the government of La République du Cameroon. That document seemed to have been put in a trash basket because
Okay, so now Ayuk Tabe is sent letter, and Ayuk work with memorandum with Ayabacho. He send that letter for Santos. They go for that people that say they want to find a common ground for negotiate, for talk for peace. They don't want to talk again about Amazonia. Now you where the Santos such a way be carry that document go. If they talk say they say Cameroon go maybe take the thing, it throw away the thing inside basket. Because since then they're not the year, no nothing. Now why that one they see and say that they use people and so when I go we go.
Instead happened was borrowing some aspects of the document and creating another group to fight for the peace in their own way, which is not the way that we wanted the peace timeline to be implemented. And frankly, Mr. Babila, those who defected from the separatist movement, of which I'm one of the leaders, we came out to some sort of find a solution to this problem, because we discovered that some of the leaders were so headstrong, their tone were so harsh and hard. They said no negotiation without precondition, and they said it is either having a separatist nation or there is nothing at all. But some of us...
Okay, so when I right here now, so Santos the Toxie, people that be there, maybe like Chris Arnold them, Dr. Sako them, where they stand and say only independence, where they more get them. Now la Republic the Toxie no one independence. Then you way Santos that we are you them now they come for inside me, they say, okay, well, we go forgo independence. So we go find a common way of make peace, me peace a come. Now the kind of way people they do them. I don't tell when I say Santos for University of Boya, Taiwan student with the strike. It is strike with students and then they go government, go take your money for government, they chop, they be like an informant for you. Now the same thing the way it happen. Even when Akeremona become for United States, they go and run for election. Now Santos to be go for that, and when he still talk to him, he be a separatist person. So when I don't see, I'm saying Ambazonia. When I see you, when we tell, when every day I look at they can't lie on a resistance forever. I hear about them. Now why that they say they don't need them, no government again. They don't need them. They say the idea of a government be bad because they don't want them, no Ambazonia again. When I listen, yeah. So you know, say all these people that wait to a matter for them now interest. Even Santos. Taiwan be still there for inside inter government under college with Dr. Sako. It will be for them. What he talk, he say it vex with he be go for Yannick Sikodi show. He say it vex with college because college the only can give bill for his me sign them. The bill may be like $7,000. He will sign the bill. Now they send them for interim government. When interim government pay the money $7,000, you know they see pay the money they go because if you check see when they sign that bill, they begin for give part of your own money for day. So now the very thing where it happen with all these people them where you see them, they want feel in their pocket, even the frundi and the rest and the rest and the rest. They what will matter for them now their pockets. And why that way, when you see most of them, when you block them, you block the means for get money, they will turn against the revolution. Now, this where even an activist where they collect money, if you know they still collect money again, it will turn against the revolution. Now, why that way when they become put inter government, put the counties and the LGSME, they collect their own money. Some leaders and now they will come now they say they turn against the revolution. And why that if you see some country chairperson or whosoever able to touch money, if they try for movie for the it will come on out begin to talk say he turn against the revolution only because of palaver money, because of interest, because people they talk say oh they no fit don't suffer for 30 years, then new people and they come and can't take the fruits. Whereas it be been a volunteer thing where they come for Ambazonia people. And why that way, even those people they never give any accountability for any money where they take them for Southern Cameroonians, including Ayuk Tabe with Ayebadam and all the rest. No accountability. And where they don't collect money for asylum papers, they collect for national for NAC, they collect our Bank of Amazonia pin block by block, patch, and all those programs that they never give no 5 francs. Yes, any person if they want find a way say me stand for fraud, me got me they put it as minister or me they give you money and all those things them. Even Dr. Sakobi said the account committee it talks make us in Anyangwe and make peace and reconciliation. He can't talk say no. Dr. Sakobi clings to power because when you never get that interest, when you don't seize that palaver money for them, they will start to turn against the revolution. Field Marshal be get a problem with Tapang Ivo because Tapang Ivo will collect money. Say one jam for Field Marshal about $500 something. Now you know give the money for Field Marshal. Field Marshal can make live video talk say oh you know no tap and you know so if you want to for people you know nobody wait happen Tapang can start talking yes they go Field Marshal they Field Marshal you can't block he road even from Fontemi Moto where they be make Fontemi Moto for them. How much money they collect them? $17,000 How much they began for Fontaine, they no be give up to that amount because people they be collect the money, they say this one say one take this one, this one take this one take this other one. So even Vela Franklin, it talks a revolution not still there as the way it be because at first it will take 2 days or 3 days they raise money. So they palaba for here now money, brothers and sisters. Even a parliamentarian or on whosoever, they go sell ambassador there because they need now money. Cardinal 2 million to how they give you 3 million every year. You don't know how much they get for Frundi, how much they get for people. Them. Me, I tell you something. Any person where a day for this revolution, any leader where a day for this revolution, where a never touch money with hand, you never see and say that leader never fit revolution or you never go against. But most of them where they be not be in position, say they touch money. If that money not still come again, they will start out begin to give criticism the return. I recall Alex Bianda, Alex for I read for Miki them, I Kwanga them, I Yaba them, all the rest them. That is it. Even Mark Barata, if he make live video, say I Yaba not deny collaboration. Say I Yaba you problem now see. Me the sign document say who will control what say who will control oil, who will control timber, who will control other kind of them. That is exactly thing the way when I say and say this way they keep people for here now interest. And when they come for buy you for interest, they can't say, hey brother, wait till you want carry ambassador problem for your head. Look find out on chop for chop. That one even has something where you do so. Now you go take more chicken change now you want for sell with people like Joshua Oshie them where they sell them so or I can't see them. And they don't make a master plan where they get for sell Ambazonia for La Republic and Frundi he be aware of it. Now why that way he don't give up the position for chairman because he want to see when they think they manifest the goal, me they not can call his name. He will talk say, oh, he not still be chairman again, he not get no say for it. Because the planner say after they don't do all these things them, they will can't talk now say, oh, okay, you see what? Me they take Southwest the merchant with Douala, they take Northwest the merchant for Bamenda. And then Southwest man, for example, it will be very happy because Southwest man a person way and he look Douala man like say Douala man be that kind of high level. It will look and say he want to live that kind of life or up. It will talk, it will look and say, oh, better me they make and so they yes, it be under Southwest. When I will give example. When they be the talk say me they must divide Ambazona, JK say they must divide Ambazona, ye and Monono with Asong and the rest of they divide Ambazona into two, southern zone and northern zone. Dr. Sakoro come in, he can divide them into 3. He talk say they get Midland, they get this. And now what will happen? Plenty people for the BLM people and now they start to argue. Because BLM people they want to identify themselves like Southwesterners, so that be they show say they be more civilized. And Southwesterners they say they want to identify themselves with Douala people, they show say they be more civilized. And Douala people want to identify themselves with French people, so that be they show say they be more civilized. Now why that way Douala man is problem? I say if you want show for Douala man want show see don't succeed for life, he must not go for Paris, he don't go for France. That is exactly what will happen. That is exactly what will happen. Now the agenda where they can push them after they make the regional council, regional election, them they will make and so they talk now say oh it will be cumbersome for the run. Like how they first talk in 1961, 1972, say it be cumbersome for the run House of Chiefs and then Parliament for West Cameroon and East Cameroon. It be more expensive. Now when they don't make the regional houses and they talk say it be more expensive for the run for Northwest and for Southwest they do so. Now they will just take the one for Northwest. They just join with the with Babu Sam. They take the one for Littoral. They join them for they join them for Littoral. And their goal for do that thing I say they want said something should not exist in Cameroon again in future, like say now Anglophones. That is exactly what they want to do. Say if me something not ever can exist like say now Anglophone Northwest or Southwest. That time when they already push them for they push them, they push everything. The Grand North, maybe in Adamawa and the other one they go form one, then Yaoundé and the rest, and then they form the other one. That is exactly the secret they come. And then after about 20 or 15, 20, 30 years, they will increase more. I've been already talk since 2 years ago. Say why it be say for the bilingual schools the way they did inside Cameroon and Ambazonia. About 80% of the day now for Northwest and for Southwest. And whereas Francophone they get population plenty pass we. When instead plenty school they begin for go for then they carry plenty bilingual school they can't put them for we because they want change with culture, change all in them. When they don't make an out, they take northwest, they put them for Bafusam. They take southwest, they put them for littoral. And I will tell you, I say, southwest man will be very happy. Say me they join you with littoral. Because you know say littoral now people for fashion, now people for high standard, other can see them, and where they identify themselves like elevated people. It will accept those things quickly. And after a while, you can hear they talk say French language being the only language for inside Cameroon. And how they would do them? How they would do them? They will go now, and when the people they can't stand for us say no, they must make them me bulu it be an official language. Then this they say no, not this language. Orana they call Orana Islam, Orana which kind Muslim language. It must be an official language. Now they will can look and I say, then for this man they talk say, oh, it must be official language. This one official language. Better me they just take a common language where they speak all over Cameroon and where it will be in French. We continue.
But there can be somewhere that we could meet and discuss and find a middle ground whereby we can resolve this issue peacefully and amicably.
Dr. Nick, I want us to...
Okay, when I understand say a middle ground as he talk, now that kind of way like how we Tumasang it talk say be advice Ayukta be say me go for 1972 federation. And like how we Santos they talk for years and Ayukta be them, they be give document and thanks to it where they be give a special status. If you see Santos they come up now because if you check say after they be not give that special status themselves where they be go enter form that group for peace ambassadors them. I mean peace weighty. They be supposed for not give them something, but nobody give them nothing can reach now. Now why that you see and now it don't start to complain for yeah. That is exactly what they happen. Now yeah.
Take a quick look at the content of the documents that you handed to the delegation of the Cameroon government that came to the United States. What are some of the major highlights? What are some of the major issues which you highlighted, asking the Cameroon government to do to restore peace in those two regions and the rest of the country?
The highlight in that document was that point number one, we were to work hand in hand with the detained leaders in jail to call for a ceasefire. That's the first point. The second point was the government forces will collaborate in some sort of with our call for them to withdraw from the territory of Southern Cameroon.
Okay, now they say they began for work hand in hand with leader them for jail. Now Ayukta be where it is still talk for call for a ceasefire. Okay, now La Republic it can't declare war, but now Ayukta be the one for declare ceasefire like how Akwanga it can't declare ceasefire. But me when I hear some small politics where he will put them for inside here, it can't talk now say. Because the first point for GM now say, if I tell people they say, me La Republic it will draw for your own territory. But it can't also me they call he will call for a ceasefire. Then me government troops that me they collaborate. And say me they collaborate. Say they go withdraw. Now statement that when they can't use some people where they be blind, they will go to follow that they just say, yeah, these are people who are for independent. But when you come go here, when you can't talk for this, say, you know, if you want to say me they call anything ambassador, I wanna begin here.
Which is the northwest and southwest regions. Then our guys, the separatists who are on the ground and all those boys in the bushes will have to lay their arms, and some of the leaders in jail will participate in drafting the peace process alongside the government representatives. And that was to occur in a neutral venue, which was not necessarily in Cameroon, because some of those frontline leaders in the diaspora were scared of coming back into the territory. And this was a call that most of the separatist leaders in the diaspora embraced it, because they were to see some members who were key and who are in jail, who were supposed to participate in this arrangement.
Okay. Now, you don't talk say that call I said begin for participate for like a neutral ground when we be now for La Republic. Okay. Remember, now then they don't endorse La Republic National Dialogue. Even this Santos too, if we go for the different leader and to be they be go there. And then they be invite Ayeba and Akwanga people for the. Okay, now if they talk now say me they go participate for a neutral ground when we now for Cameroon because of leader and they fear. And again, the Swiss talk where it all come when for neutral ground, Then say they deny, then the Swiss talk. So they instead one talk now say me they go now for Ghana, for go make the talks then now for Ghana. And when I remember say Ghana is still be like Africa. Because no African country, if it be like guarantor for give independence, yes, now so again for be. Now European countries and for United Nations they give independence, no be now African Union. Me when I know say if we want be last year, Akwanga says if you go court talk say me they go negotiate for Ghana. Say me all the other leaders and they come. But when they go reach for the other leaders they no be reach for they want reach for now Cameroon people they be dead. So if the other leaders they be dead. At Tangaji plain way he be talk say he be get for carry leader then go back. If he still get for just carry them go back one time. Now why does they insist for talk to me they go now for Ghana for an African country so that anything where they want to do for them, no man no if he stop the no stop the thing. And now Kwanga on people where they be commodity they become the reporter. When I hear. Yeah, so as I would talk, we be not much inside the whole world. Go for Belgium, go for Ireland, everywhere in the whole world. Because we want to say since we don't suffer with La Republic for long, me some country or international community, me here with case, me pick with case up. And now, you go surprise say, Switzerland, it can't pick the case up. Canada endorse them, America endorse them, European Union endorse them, all countries they endorse them. Then Ayeba, Ayuk and Akoro, all of them, they wake up now, they deny, they say no, they don't want them Switzerland. And say they want La Republic. They go to talk now with the La Republic. Akoro confirm, Ayeba confirm, say they talk with La Republic, say even a federation, you know, even there on top table. Ayeba talk, say he will go talk for the War Council and the other people. And a wider way order, they say they don't need no government. No country, they stay where you don't get government because they don't already be for La Republic.
Also, there was this issue of not keeping away the issue of an independent state, which means the name Ambazonia. Okay, now they think that because when I be here, it talk say, oh, me French troops they come out. But it talk now say me they come out, if they go for Barra, me they don't put plenty troops and for street. Now it talk say they put them as their condition with Ayuk Tabe and the rest. Say that name Ambazonia, they must keep them aside. They don't want for here again any name Ambazonia because the problem I say the government be anger them, Cameroon government be anger them, and again I want Cameroon one government be anger them. So now me they just solve the problem, me go back. Now yeah. Will not be mentioned in any course of the discussion because we recognize the Cameroonians, we recognize them, embrace it because they were to see some members who were key and who are in jail who were supposed to participate in this arrangement. Then also there was this issue of not keeping away the issue of an independent state, which means the name Ambazonia will not be mentioned in any course of the discussion because we recognize the fact that we are Cameroonians, we recognize the fact that we were angered, we recognize the fact that we were marginalized in the past, we recognize the fact that the government has started to give some gradual piecemeal. Okay, so when I don't understand for here. Now why that way when we talk for the blind followers another year? Either talk for yes, ye and Ayuk Tabe and the rest them with Ayaba the way they did. They be not talk to me, they find a common ground for negotiate and for make a ceasefire, then La Republic will follow. And it talks they say they keep aside the name the independence. And me they not even mention the name Ambazonia because they know say they've been in one country and say the problem be stand and say God maybe anger them. And then God may just start to give them small thing them where they give them culturalism and other kind of them. Saying that be been a marginalization and other kind of them. Now from there when I hear the issue where Ayuk Tabe, Ayebadem and the rest them, they talk say the issue of a government, it will be a wrong idea. Because they know say if when I get a government, when I represent, when I serve like Ambazonia them. So now why does it fight by every means say they want to bring down the interim government? Because they want say La Republic want meet up with like Anglophones. So when I don't hear how we Santos say that they talk for here, say that name. Kapot and they not talk forget about independence. All things don't lost for nothing. Mark Barata I don't talk to me they go make come to be happy. Abezonga I don't talk say Ayuk Tabe don't give up over independence and other thing them. And now person where Ayuk Tabe they go you give all document and he did talk for here. Say they get for they not go for talk about independence. And when they be asked Ayuk Tabe for prison say wait till it be happen. Before you go for Naira Hotel, how they catch you? They started narrating a story how we saw woman be there way
he be head mommy, and then he go buy cham say one kill him mommy mother-in-law time. Then after they be fully give na spices. He cook chop the fine. Now he go tell Marabu say, oh, anyone kill mother-in-law again. So the Marabute say, okay, no worry, you know go still die again. He talks say now. May they forget and forgive La Republic, and then may they look for peace. Now, why Ayuktabe the preach now for a common platform? You know, the preach again for Ambazonian government. Now, why that we see deep people them they send I do Karim them and the rest them say me they can't mix. They talk to me they not get a government, no Ambazonian government. I don't know how we will talk for people them before they go here. Now, why they can't fool on every day? Now them that they talk on a year.
Or appeasement to some of our demands, and we recognize the fact that there is an option for us to return to federalism or an option for us to load the content of the special status or decentralization with some elements of autonomy and self-rule. So,
okay, now I don't understand for you. Adrian Toxi, we don't need independence again because we be one country. And now Ole Kamarugo may be anger and go may not start to give something like cosmetic reform, the culturalism and all those kind of them. He talks say this so the option they when if you go for federalism or they load the special status and with some kind of little autonomy. That little autonomy now I can tell the way when I don't see Paul Biaro can talk say it make a regional election, it make a regional assembly them, house of chiefs them and other kind of them. So and when I see I'm say now the same thing where the coalition for dialogue and negotiation they be go vote, they can't talk I be endorse them, he participate for day. Ayuktabe endorse them, they participate for day. Yerima endorse them, they go talk say the coalition for dialogue will settle for they need a greater autonomy. That is exactly what way it happened for you. When I begin the year,
it was a give and take, something we were putting up. But unfortunately, some of these demands fell on some people who have their own greedy intentions, or because of greed, some who are already sponsoring their own militias within the government to keep the war going because they are making a lot of money from this war. And so
okay, now it is not the regret now because even the special status where they be grace they be if you don't talk say now thanks to it they give them, even about bala them, all people who be like the special status they talk now say they don't even know them. They wait to be now the content for the special status. Now from the way they don't start now they regret. They said where they never even know what will be there inside the special status and whatsoever. Ambazonia them. Why when I not feel open when I eyes them? And the reason why when I don't see even about the talk say if you force them to commit crimes because they get for kill all that he forces them so that it not will be liable for any crime for day. When I was here.
Even created and duplicated our projects, duplicated the Peace Task Force project and created their own peace ambassadors where it is killing all the way until surrender. Killing all the way until surrender.
Okay, so now this person, Santos, we are you that we are about them. They will give plans say they want to make a peace, peace force. Peace waiting for down. Where they want to make like negotiator for implement peace with La Republic. So that means La Republic it compensate and say yes. Now they stop the war. They say now La Republic is denied for implementing and La Republic don't go create their own people the way they call and say peace ambassadors them like my country people and their own role now and I say La Republic will deny them these Santos them deny people them with the special status them their own role now for say they will continue to kill Ambazonia like how they kill for everywhere so that Ambazonia they will then tire they surrender.
Will not be.
When you talk about a ceasefire, what exactly are you referring to? Are you talking about, because on the side of government, the stance are clear. The separatist fighters should drop their guns, but the military has to stay there to protect the people and the territorial integrity of Cameroon. So, what are you talking about? That the military should also drop their guns, the separatist fighters, everybody, guns down?
Mr. Babila, you must understand that before the war began, there was the military in northwest and southwest provinces or regions to maintain the territorial integrity. But a militia, a reinforced militia was brought into the territory because of these uprisings. And when the separatists picked up arms, it was reinforced in their numbers and barracks were created for which those kind of military men are only used to combat a high strategized war with appropriate ammunitions. I don't see the separatists having those type of ammunitions that warrant those kind of soldiers that have been brought into the territory and kept there for all this while. We were, by saying that there must be dropping down of arms by the Cameroon military, we mean to say that the killings that are going on and all what is happening as a result of since this issue began, those people have to be withdrawn back to the barracks or called back to where they were. Whereas on the separatist side, the separatists also have to call on all the boys that they have revolutionized and handed them whatever weapons they have handed to drop it down so that a negotiation to create an environment that is...
Okay, now I hear something. Now the position where Akwanga be there for day. Akwanga can't talk see, may either declare a ceasefire similar republic and go back for your barracks. For your barracks, me say what all barracks the way they did for Southern Cameroon, me la republic a go there. So for them, ceasefire for them, I say me military not be for road plenty, me they don't remain like for up station or for place where they be dead. It mean I say they endorse now for one Cameroon. Now the same thing where Ayuk Tabe and when I spoke person they talk for year, it endorse them. So you know talk to me like republic it go for a place, but yet they come now they talk to me ambassador they drop their own weapons them. So according to them they dare now for one Cameroon, and I saw it get when I listen.
Convenient for any peaceful discussion, because if there is no convenient environment, I don't think a peaceful discussion can take place.
Okay, now you don't see he talks say me la republic military they go for their barracks them inside Southern Cameroons. Me they live in a few of them, but all Ambazonia military them me the forces me they throw away their weapons for them for create a conducive environment for peace. And when a man way only inside here, he don't can't talk say no me they go make the peace now for Ghana because some leader they will be afraid for come. Why it be say they not feel make peace even for Ghana, then war is still going on. Until when they don't make peace, the fit talk now say, okay, we don't come to an agreement, we gonna stop war. But now, how they want say me peace, it come for ground zero. Then before they go to negotiate for Ghana, say now for ground zero they negotiate. That means now in the other way they want to say me fighter, then they put down all their weapons them. And sorry people the way Ayuk Tabe them with their but then they can't convince all these fighters them. And all they don't go sign their memorandum for the for La Republic 4 points them. They don't even mention fighters. I can talk for they say when I don't go to do na rough work where it means that they will sacrifice all the fighters them. So in a time where we will not talk for blind followers, they will still follow these people them, or where they still fight with these people that say me wanna make a U-turn. Yes.
A school of thought which says that if the separatist fighters were to drop their guns, there will be nothing for the military to shoot, and so they will return to the barracks.
Mr. Babila, we are in essence at the Peace Task Force initiative saying that the government ought to have met with the good intention separatists who opened the windows or the doors to discussions.
So on a Russian, it talks said them be being a good intention separatists, and they give a green leaf for government, La Republic, me negotiate with them. Now La Republic, it turn them down, it go to do a different thing. So now why that would tell people say, why on the cause they will go for federation, will go so La Republic like France, in order to maintain any agreement, in order to keep to words them. They will change like how they changed from 1961, 72, 84, all those kind of things them. Now the person they know they don't come out. They come they betray the struggle. They want to go for La Republic, so that means they give them chicken change. And he claims say, oh, La Republic don't start to give weapons. He said me all Amazonian forces they put their weapons for down. Then me La Republic he hold it on them, but they stay for Southern Cameroons. Then they will go to talk, so that they will go to talk. But whereas now the position where Ayeba and Ayuk Tabe all then they hold them. But when they will come out there, they can't tell and I say resistance forever. And the day they call for school resumption, the day where they not condemn Batibo where they keep people for Batibo Mautu and all that, even they beat where they go do this, you know, they beat them. But they can't take money, they full ambassador say they there for independence. And ambassador they still follow, they go for their back. We're gonna know say all the sisters they don't talk, say the day with La Republic they talk. And as Santos, this way they talk. When I know say I get a memorandum of understanding. Even the other day, Ayuk Tabe not to see, you don't see Ayaba, you troops them, he will give money for you. So on a year.
After 2 years, when this crisis began, that the government did not have a headway.
Okay, so now it talks about the B of the peace task force, where now them when war will be, they go form some team. They talk say, hey, you see this war will be, so why will not we go for under now? We'll go make up for government say we want negotiation, and make government will give we a money, it will do so. So now government to use them. Government to use them now, he abandon them. Now even if they cry now say. For 2 years, when they don't give that point, the government be for come meet up with them, but government never can meet up you with them. Now they cry, like say now be ready to they cry. And now so all man where they go for La Republic who can cry.
Of talking with any of the separatists leaders. But the group of goodwill separatist leaders, former separatist leaders, who said enough is enough, let's open up a way for dialogue and peace and negotiation with the government of Cameroon. The government of Cameroon would have seized that opportunity to discuss and adhere to the timeline which we recommended by meeting in a neutral venue. Like now, there's the Ghana Peace Conference where we are talking about this another avenue that they would have brought out some of the leaders in jail, form a delegation, meet some of us in Ghana, those of us who have left the separatist movement and those who are still diehards of the separatist.
Okay, me wanna ask this, say, what to be the difference between the Ghana Peace Conference and the Swiss talks? The Peace Conference for Ghana, nothing where they want to bring a peace. They want to bring a peace within one Cameroon. And a place where if leaders they come go there, they physically carry them and they go back. They go for La Republic, go lock them. And now you where these people they want them because they don't want and say me they divide Cameroon. Because Ghana not get the capability, it not being a guarantor if it divide Cameroon. As opposed to the Swiss talks, where the Swiss talks it will have southern Cameroon like a government, La Republic as a government, and any resolution they will take on for there, it will go for United Nations for Security Council, where they will be like guarantor for impose and where it will can end up now with negotiated settlement. Swiss talks now for negotiated settlement. But the one for Ghana, now a peace talk. Peace for bring peace within the framework of one Cameroon. Whereas in Switzerland is to end with two parties parting away. That means that the difference that. And that is the reason why when I see people where they there for one Cameroon, one and indivisible Cameroon, they there against the Swiss talks, they there against the issue of a government. And who are these people? We get Ayuk Tabe, they Fontem Neba, they Akoro them, they Makongo them, they Ayaba them, they Wiba them, they Frundi them. All these federalists, the coalition for dialogue and negotiations, and all these people. And now the same people, they still come for when again the fool when I Ambazonians them. Say, oh, me when I follow them, they fight for independence, without they are no longer there for independence. And again, they can't take money for when I say they make self-defense, and they no longer do self-defense. The 1st of October 2020, they not celebrate them. They not stop elections. They cash the fund of so they can't strike. Say me they must leave the fund of so that me go vote. So that me they put you for a position where they for the now then they can't do them. They talk now say they not stop election. They don't want no lockdown again. They don't want no go stand again. The semi school then start the resume because they want and say those instruments where Southern Cameroon will be used for the resist La Republic. They should stop using those instruments because they are for one and indivisible Cameroon. But in the background, they can't tell people like when I say, oh, yes, resistance forever. How are you going to resist La Republic when you are already against the tools with which Southern Cameroons used to resist La Republic? You are against ghost town, you are against lockdown, you are calling for school resumption and all those things. And they are even unable to condemn atrocities of La Republic. They call for school resumption. They went and killed children in school in Kumba. They could not even condemn it. They did not even regret it. They could not even say that, oh, we thought there's no mercy. So since they can still go to school and rape children, they can still go to school and do this, people should not go to school for the moment. They don't do anything like that. And again, they burn picking for Batibo for day. They not condemn them. They go for Mautu, they not condemn them. They beat boy for Fondu, they not condemn them because they not feel condemned thing where their own government it perform because their own government now La République du Cameroon government. That is the government of Ayuk Tabe. That is the government of Ayeba. That is the government of Akuru and the rest. Now their government that is exactly what way it happened. Because you know if you condemn your own government, given that they don't make deals with that government where they expect say the government get for the fulfill the deals them by giving by giving them money and they give them ministerial positions and all those kind of stuff. That is exactly what way it happened. And now what way they on a crusade for talk say me people not fund self-defense. Me people will not still get means for resist La Republic. And now they go to kill fighters them. And when they be signed a 4-point agreement for Jam for La Republic, they not even call their fighters their own names for day. And now people where they can't take money for you for a big rubber gun, for DOD, for patch, block by block, all those things them. They not give no accountability, they not fight no nothing with La Republic. And whenever some little thing occur, they will come use and they talk say, oh, this is exactly they say now then they don't do them. But when something not occur, now they go to the right quarter. When they not do something, they go now to the right quarter. The right quarter now wait, they go for interim government. Mark Barata talk say, oh, fake IG, he not do so, pastor, they not do so. When they not do something, they will go to blame now the right person. They will blame IG, say don't take money, IG don't do so. And their own money when they don't collect them, they not talk nothing about their own money. But you, the ambassador people them. When I just remain, just follow them like sheep them, just follow them like sheep them, begin to follow them like sheep them. That is exactly what we would explain for people them that. That is exactly what we would for people them that. Now them they go to talk say me refugee, they can't go back home. They carry even number and go put them number and they for they work at they cry. They work at the key fighters them. We see Godfather, they go block road for make economic sabotage for La Republic. They go ADF, they go kill you because if it blocks a meeting, they know they go for La Republic. Now they go key and say me that they begin to go for La Republic. That is exactly what way it would happen. So we don't tell the fighters them or forces them. Or my way a day for ground zero. Where when they talk every day say when they be confused, when they do so. When an enemy person where they fight, when they can't kill when now La Republic. Any person where you know they fight La Republic, they fight now different person. It can't kidnap you, it can't do all those things against you. It means that person now a La Republic person. Now La Republic they kidnap people, now they rape begin. 1 year old the way yesterday come out where they want rape 14 years old picking. Now they kidnap Tapang Ivor, now then they talk to the kidnap people. I ever say they will cut people, they head them, they will do so. Those are things that La Republic is doing. They say they will go kill Fee Marshal, they will go do other kind of them. At the time where we need many forces them for us for stand La Republic, them they work at they kill Fee Marshal. Tapa I will say ye and Tato and the rest they fight for them. Every Tato take money for dark about 40-something thousand US dollars. He go give now only $800 for about 7 kata. He chop the other money. Take money for Philippines for my trip to Boya, a chop, and all those things a chop. And every now and then their problem I say Sakonoba do so. Ask them for you say, what do you do for free your people? What do you do for liberate your own people? The only thing they instead do for their own people now for kidnap them. Now for go talk to me, they go catch them. So that me they take ransom, me they do so. I go priest, cash pastor, cash all that kind of them. I do Karim, they work and now they celebrate the galong where they give for priest. For priest. Now they force collaboration because they want us. They me they take themselves, they can't meet. So that when they do on table of collaboration, you will say, oh, you know if you work under this one, I say no work under this one. Now the only thing they can't talk, they talk say, okay, me they deny them government. Me some might not be like a government, say will be on top high horse. Me will get a common platform. A common platform when I don't already be in Anglophones. No country exists without a government. So if when I get a common platform without a government, it means that when I be Anglophones, then La Republic will come in. Remember, come to be denied for sea people for Canada because they identify themselves like Ambazonians. And La Republic declare war on Ambazonians or Southern Cameroons, not on Anglophones. And Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, they identify themselves by the blue and white colors, by their flag, their anthem, their emblems, by their own government, internal government, by their counties and the LGAs. But now they come, they want to put down all these structures. And now they give shame for all man where it be now inside internal government. Any man where it be now a county leader or a county person, where it go collude with these people. You are a county chairperson, LGA chairperson, thanks to the Amber Peace Plan when an interim government it bring them. But you, instead for the work in terms of work where intergovernment maybe put it for do, you the one talk say you want go force collaboration with Ayuk Tabi. You want to say you want go listen to Ayuk Tabi. You go to listen to people who are instead fighting to bring you down, to bring the county structures and the LGA structures down. That is what is really wrong with you people. So now why that we not talk say, if you believe that you cannot do without Ayuk Tabi, without Akwanga or Ayeba or whosoever, there is no reason for you to be in a position in the intergovernment or in the county and whatsoever. May you resign and you give space for other people, because they talk say if rat enough you run fine, me live where me it take a begin to go forward. I be shameful for countries the way they never pay even their 20% where they get for pay for internal government, but they come for up they can talk so. I be very shameful like for the Fako County where they can't bring xenophobia for them. Monja they can't talk other kind to them. They say me they divide into two. Me they do so for backward people. They push people they come for front, and the county chairperson Mola Edi go show you for background. You know they come for us. They can't talk. It means say it not be only capable. It be weak. It be wicked, and it be dubious and double standard person, and those are the kind of rook agent the way they not get for hold any position inside Ambazonia in anything. Yes, time don't pass where we get for the go left and right. Me any man choose a lane. That is exactly what you get for that. When I not go be in a county people them, when I not be in the position of leadership, then when I own president, it talks something. When I talk say that on arrival and other kind things them, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Yes. Me any man go for your own lane. Are you I do Karim say now you na president. Me concentrate for that side for your own president for the. Now brother people and that they go keep people everywhere. I do Karim has said nothing about it. He never talk nothing about it. And me the brother people they know. This one even I say I did talk now. Me I not mix my word. Me the brother people then they know. Say brother now people they not get boundary. The land where they for southern Cameroon it not belong to the Bororo people. Yes, Bororo people and people where they come to embrace them. Like how will we embrace the Bamileke people them? We give them on top. He said when I should on for the raise on a cow them for the raise on a cow them for the. Even when we call it turn against us, when I would then show we which day when a boundary for when a village it come up for what side. There is no village in southern Cameroon where they call and say now Bororo villages. Yes, now whether you go for inside Bamenda town or any place you hear about Hausa Kwata, Bororo Kwata or this. Yes, me Bororo people know say if we give them a handshake, they not get for can embrace we for take we for put and for down. And me they not check say La Republic, they will use La Republic for work at the key with people they check say that one it will liberate them. Mean that wara self he know this one because that wara he know say ye be na some person where it be just na a normal where it work at the job work at the camp. Me the borrow people them me some people me man not make mistake. Southern Cameroon it will welcome all people, even a white man, even a who, where it will respect with laws, with institutions them, with chiefs them, with villages them, with own traditions them. Nobody na say some person will come for the. It come because it get access where they get protection for a government. It talks to one loss winner for loss. Yes, me I come out for Gi. I fit show boundary from Gilan all over. I come out for Momo. I fit show boundary for Momo. My way come out Mezan fit show boundary for Mezan. My way come out Batibo fit show boundary for Batibo. My way come out for Lebiale fit show boundary for Lebiale. Me Bororo people they can go show boundary for their own land, for their own village. Because they don't have a village, they come with the give them land. Say when I go straight on top, he begin to raise cow them. Some them then are gonna call them. So one the way they don't be, they feel they make trade, they work at the sell and snuff, and that charm the way that a cool charm the way they be the seller for quarter. Then when I take and I say when I can't go the shit on top, we hate them. So me when I start for the pack fine, otherwise all when I will relocate go for La Republic. Yes, time don't correct away. We know we not want that bite and blow and all those kind of things them. So Ambazonians. They guarantee for independence. Now, say me you join your counties and your LGAs. Me gonna make intergovernment me stand firm and strong. Me ABC stand firm and strong. Because without ABC, they go for ground zero, they give a different narrative, talk different things them. Without ABC, they go give different narrative. We people not get information. Me people send audio them for dialogue for their people them. Me people talk say this so we will never lost people for nothing for can't go this be with La Republic because La Republic not like we. They like our resources. Now only because telephone and they everywhere, and they fear international community their eye. Like the Republic for Jogo take nuclear gas for France. It can't pump all man, it die. Like how they be doing for Legnos. So that mean they carry with natural resources. That is exactly what we get for doing for them. So we get for seize for the make trade and trade with La Republic. We get for stab them from natural resources. We get for cut ties with natural resources with La Republic. Yes, maybe we get for ban trade for the ban trade for move the trade with La Republic. Because like I write for some post, when you go put midway, it already smell for your house. Flies and they run the camp for your house because they be interested for that smell, for that meat where they smell. Now, if you drive the smell, what are flies? Even now with new broom, they not go still come out. They go still the camp. The only way say me that flies are gonna come for your house again. Now for carry that meat, go put them for outside. Now for clear the meat, go put them for outside. So the only thing where they bring La Republic for we place. Nobody say we will fight with their military. So they bring them now interest. Now we raw material. Now we market with economy. We go for deprive them for day. Like how we Godfather and they be start the drum. We go for seize for the make trade with La Republic. We go for make and say me one cocoa it been a 1,000 for Douala. Me will not send cocoa. Me will not send arrow. Me will not send chom. Me will not send plantain for Douala. Me will not send with vegetable them for Douala and for Babusam and everywhere. Me will not send all those things them. If you get excess thing the way you want more sell them, go sell them, send them to other side for Nigeria or for different country. That is exactly what you again forbidden that. Because the moment where they still work at the chain with resources, they do all those kind of things, they not go stop for camp. And then the moment where La Republic shows say it still get access for natural resources, for arrow, for timber, for gold, for gas, for everything. International community will still borrow money they give for them. So that means they take the money, can they take and the fight with. The moment we would not deprive La Republic from all these natural resources, them international community not go borrow money give for La Republic. And if international community in need those material them, they will now go force the United Nations, me give we independence, me recognize we, so that we SSF we will not they will be independent countries, so that me they can make they can make deal them with we. Now the thing and that way we get for understand that. So economic factor now it get for take paramount on top it. Because even a prisoner, even a slave, even a who, it must chop. If you deprive person, you starve person, the person will talk you through. It will talk you through for Ibele. That is exactly what we get for be for that. Because even with the turn our military, they will still recruit military. They bring them every day, because they want can't take way to where they like them from we. Now it will deprive them for way to where they like them from we. Yes, we're not going to give them easy communication. Me the people they work at the hear some people they talk say road they work. So if La Republic work on top road, it can't kill you. Wait till you don't gain for day. Better me road not be. Me road not be, so that they will be unable for even carry timber. They will be unable for carry some kind of them. They will be unable for can't surprise people for night. Can't keep people them. That is exactly to where we talk. So now the message where we talk say make people where they be follow this ayaba them and the rest are you them. Me they know now say this so those people be already go against Ambazonia. Yeah. The only thing we wanna do wait for them. Now say they still struggle. Say me they kill fighters and so that will not get means for resist. They struggle. Say me they destroy inter-government. Me they come infiltrate. If they don't do so, then they will can't tell people that say, oh, you know, the water already be so, the water they so. Make they don't make peace and all that kind of thing. Ask yourself, why they can't collect money for big rubber gun, collect money for all things them? They know they put things for down. No lockdown, no ghost town, no nothing. Now they see ADF, they go stage thing them, go stage thing them for outside for day. So me stage them only for collect people money. So me people for ground zero, me they stop for the talk this thing. They say, oh, master, we be confused. We don't know play with it. When I be confused, say what? When a problem now say me La Republic come up for one territory. When a problem now say when a enemy now La Republic. So why you will be confused? Some person come for the cause now Dr. Sako, the cause Chris and the talk against ABC, other kind of them. It means that person is the doing the job for La Republic. Then why you would listen to he? So me wanna boycott even if WhatsApp or any kind of wanna boycott anything ADF, anything from Ayuk Tabe, any person where it is against inter-government or the flag or the Ambazonian nation, wanna boycott those people and then they will die the natural die. That is exactly what really happened. Now wanna they give power for them. I want to give power for them. Now whether we be talking me fighter they go for their counties and LGA them, so that in case something happen after and the Ambazonia don't come, they will compensate you, they compensate your family and everybody. If you fight now for an individual, what it will happen when the individual are not there tomorrow? No man not there for protect your interest. People where they work under Pobia, they work under Ayijo, they still go follow their paper and for pension today because they be working under government. Maybe I say you go to work now under a private contractor. And when you work under a private contractor, if they move you or it goes sell out, it go now for your own head. Like how are you that Ayabarago they sign that deal with the Republic? They not even mention you as a fighter. So that is how it is. Me, any man go draft money for a county. When I draft, when I pay money for one county, me when I avoid for give money for private individual, for activists and whosoever, because the day where the money not they enter them again, they will stand against one. That is how it is. So I thank everybody where they listen for the message today. We'll go see you next time.
Movement to discuss about ways and means of restoring peace.
Okay. Now where they die hard a day. Because when you deal with some person you fight with La Republic no they always keep promises them. For 1961 they change them, 1972 they change them, all the time they change them. Why when I will go the check say La Republic it will maintain something. Like how they talk to me they go back for federation, they go so. Now people in this way they don't go now, they betray the struggle. The church say they will go me La Republic, give them money, me La Republic, take their leg leaders and send a peace task force, they will do so. Now they don't start to cry. Now they want them now for DDR, that way they don't start to cry. Now they want they go for special status, they cardinal to me they ballad them. Then now they don't start to cry. And yet, all when they see the worker, they follow them like Mumu that they go for back. That means now the problem where we don't tell when I say now the reason where these people they fight say me they must bring collaboration for put that interim government. So and I don't tell Ambazonia people say the Tiwa La Republic is the fear na Ambazonia and La Republic declare war on Ambazonia. Now why they call and say Amba. La Republic the fear interim government. Now why they don't put all these people them, all these spoilers, this activism, say me they can bring down the interim government so that when they want to meet up, they know will meet up any Amba again. They know will meet up again interim government. They will meet on Anglophones. That is exactly play where it go there that. Time when I plenty in the UN. Okay, so when I don't hear, so we don't talk to the Swiss talks now the only way forward. And then the only two way it be then I say these people are for coalition for dialogue and negotiations. They say they want a United Nations, and they know see France get a veto power for them. And now the reason why they go to choose now the United Nations as opposed to the Swiss talks where we will go sit on top table, we negotiate with terms of separation. So fellow Ambazonians, all the countries the way they will take money for people. You where you will pay money for any country, and that country you know the work for the thing where you will pay your money for. Now time this for when I first start the ask the leadership for that country. Why are they not working? That is exactly what you already talk. So me when I get a happy Sunday, we will see you next time. Thank you plenty.